So it's been a minute since my last video. I'm going to actually name this wild azaleas, and I'm going to pretty much focus on just the azaleas that I'm bringing in and doing this weekend, and then a couple of the ones that I did already for waffles. This is a flame. What does they call this stuff? This is the red pepper native azalea. So you've got these little bees that I was just noticing. I've never noticed before. Let's see if I can find one on here. Here's one, a couple of them actually. They've got like this hummingbird beak on them, but they look like little bees. So that's a close-up. I got some pretty good shots of them there, but you know, there's a couple of them flying around doing like hummingbirds. Hummingbirds will come in here and other little bees, but I've never seen these guys, so they are having a field day. It's like they're perfectly figured for these azaleas, so they probably are some kind of native azalea bee, bug, what have you. But yeah, so waffles is right there, and I got him a willow tree, and then this is a butterfly bush, and then another butterfly bush, and I picked up these three azaleas a couple weeks ago, and I planted them first, and then got a few more out there. But this, I just got this haul of 16 of them, and they're all wild azaleas, different varieties. We're about to check that out. So we already went through the, once again, this orange colored one is the red pepper native azalea. I've got a couple more that I need to put in the ground that I just dropped off. Then we've got the Austrium native azalea. If I'm not mistaken, that's the only one that I have of that. And then we have this peach colored one, which is pretty awesome. It's My Mary native azalea, and I've got 3 of those right now. I've got the Admiral Sesame native azalea, and then I've got one out there planted already of this variety, if I'm not mistaken. That one's right there. And then I've got 2 of these Pat Ryan native azalea. It hasn't quite bloomed yet. This is 2 of another variety, the Sunny Side Up native azalea. They're supposed to be yellow. And if I'm not mistaken, this one, this Pat Ryan, says light orange flushed with pink blooms. So a light orange and pink, I think that's going to be pretty cool. And if you notice, it's just starting to come on. You know, your sprouts are just starting to bud out and do their thing. This guy right here. It's kind of neat to have them staggered out to where you have flowers that come out. If you notice, a lot of these, there'll be flowers on the bottom, but the tips still haven't flowered out yet. So you get multiple weeks of bloom instead of just like bloop, I'm here and then gone. It staggers it out. Hell, for months you'll have some cool color. But these here, this is another variety. I actually got 4 of them. It's the Tahula Sunrise native azalea. And that one has a peach orange color. I've got 4 of them, and you can see there's different hues to this. You've got, you know, of course it looks red as it's coming out, and it'll pop out with little yellow, and orange, and red, and peach. This one is actually pretty vibrant compared to that one. You can see there's a significant color difference in just those 2, but they have the same name. Same thing with that. It's a little bit smaller of a flower also. But all of your azaleas, they're just like people, you know, they can be the same species, if you will, the same named variety, if you will, but you're going to see little variants, little differences depending on the soil, where they're planted, as far as the sun goes. They're going to get these slight little differences over time. You know, you could even see something that was named end up being something completely different. I don't think genetically they'll let you do that, but as far as color, it's crazy. These were probably all at one point in time cut off of the same tree, same bush. It's really the only way you're going to get the same color of azalea you're looking for is propagated off of that bush. You're going to have to get clones. If you try to reseed any of these little pods after the flowers go away, it'll give you beautiful azaleas, but it's not likely to give you the one that you were thinking of, you know. But we've got also on here a few more red peppers, okay. And then this one here was the private Lafayette acre native azalea. I got a few of those. And then the My Mary, I think I already pointed that one out. Let's walk what I've got in the ground already. Let's check on them. It looks like a couple of them are vibrant and a couple of them look like we should probably water them. We've got a rainstorm coming tomorrow, so they're going to be hooked up. Like this one looks a little needing of water. That's what I'm seeing with these flowers, kind of just drooping like that. They need some water. So whenever you guys see this kind of action, you know, they're a little bit more wild than what you're typically used to. This small of a flower, super, super wild. A lot of the store-bought ones, you're gonna see a lot bigger bloom. That's really how to tell how wild these azaleas are. But this one here is actually another Austrian native. So I had two of these and they both look pretty sad. I might end up needing to take these and put them in a little bit shadier area, but those look like the only variety that doesn't really appreciate out here. Like this one here, you can see it's all good. This is a spring Fanfare aromi native azalea. So far, you know, you see I've already named off what, like 7 or 8 different varieties. Let's see here. We got these two over here. I think this is the second yellow variety that I have already planted. They only had one more, so I picked it up. This one doesn't look too bad. You can see the pollinators on it. There's that bee again. But this one here is the Admiral Sesame. So this is another Admiral Sesame. It's got 2 of those yellow varieties. And then this one is unhappy. This must be another one of them Austrians. Yep. So all of the Austrians, this one variety, does not like it in the sun. When you run across planting trees are going to tell you, hey, I don't like this spot, before they end up dying. Like right now, this plant does not look happy. These little shoots here, ideally you want them to see them, you know, springing up nice and vigorous. Like these guys here. All these flowers are drooping low and just kind of looking unhappy. Now, if we go and get some water and splash it on here and continue to do that, that would be what this plant needs to be right here. But I don't know shit about being out here fucking putting buckets of water on this thing right now. That is not in the itinerary, so we're gonna probably just take all 3 of these particular species and plant them closer to the shade, somewhere in a better location for that particular variety. Then we'll fill that hole up with some of those other ones that I just brought. I feel really good about the purchase of those. I've never seen these flavors, if you will. They're true native species from South Georgia into Florida. And I'm just coming over here to look at my black locust. It's putting off flowers. And I wanted to see, so the black locust tree, I planted this 3 years ago. So this is maybe 4-year-old tree at the most. But see those flowers? Those flowers taste like little bean pods. Now you also can see you're going to contest with these spikes. I mean, this is a tree a lot of people don't want to have in their way anywhere close by. Hold on a second. So what I'm going to do here is get me some of these flowers. And you can eat them. Y'all don't trust me, look them up, but having a lot of black locusts, it's like having a bean sprout tree. And they smell so good, and taste good. It's a little added bonus. Yep, this was supposed to be about azaleas, but I caught, see all the white up there? All those flowers are obviously further than I can reach, so they're gonna get to have some. And you can really taste the pollen in there, which is, I don't know, when you walk into a room with a lot of fresh flowers, you smell this smell. I swear it's what I'm tasting right now. It tastes like bean sprouts with like flowers thrown on top. You can see my fig tree's already coming out. Got a fig there starting. Got a fig there starting. That's pretty exciting to me, dude, having figs. So this one, evidently the tag blew off, but it's a little yellow-orange one. We'll just let it slide that we don't know what that one is. Now this is the only pink one that I've gotten. This little bitty guy here is a long-ass name that, I mean, I can't even pronounce. Rhododendron canesis Piedmont Azalea. GC is a white and pink. That's the only one of those that I had, and I had to get it in a little small pot. I've got two others over here. This one here is a, what are you? An Austrian Escambia River, yellow pink. So, yep, that's a different variety. We're up to at least 10 different varieties of wild azaleas that we're adding to the farm. I'm going to plant most of them in between this, the Goji Berry. No, this is my Goji Berries. I'm sorry. Scratch that. It's not a Goji Berry. I got those planted over there. This is the Goji Berries. Goji Berries. So here in another couple of weeks, this will turn into a nice, delicious fruit. These flowers, and then kind of like how a cucumber works. You know, the flower comes out and the cucumber grows behind it. These little berries, they're all over the tree right now, indicating that I will get some delicious Goji Berries. See this tree? Same kind of deal. These are all little berries. Right there you got your flower coming right off your berry. They pollinate and the flower falls off and the berry grows. One last look. Sayonara, y'all.